Oh, my God. What is this football you speak of? What do you got?
Well, Michael, I got some news and notes from the NFL. And you know what? Let's just start with the big news of the day is that the Chicago Bears have apparently their brass have said, look, we're moving to Hammond, Indiana. We're not planning on coming back to Chicago. We're going to be breaking ground there. And they kind of gave a goodbye, and we're going to be headed down to Indiana. Is this a good thing or bad thing, or is this just posturing?
No, it's a horrible thing. But it's also a reminder to every fan within listening of my voice, your teams don't care about you. Your teams, you could be on fire, they wouldn't spit on you. The Chicago Bears, it's a grift. The fact is they're going to Indiana, and they not only wanted a new building that you would have to pay for, they wanted not to pay taxes on the property. It's laughable, all of it. And honestly, they have a perfectly good site they could use, and they would still make a ton of money, and they would still make it convenient for their fans to get to. They could have gone to the old Arlington Park site. Thank you for destroying a beautiful horse track, you bastards. The point is, no, they want a BBD, bigger, better deal.
Okay.
And they're going to go to a hellhole town, basically an industrial site, and they'll sell you on economic development. F them. If I were a Bears fan, I'd never go again. I mean, watch them on TV, never give them my money. You know what a pain in the ass is to get to Hammond, Indiana from Chicago? Mm-hmm. Well, give it a call. So, to hell with them. I think it's disgraceful.
Yeah, the L doesn't run that far.
No, I think it's a disgrace. I'm sorry I feel that strongly about it. You two are looking at me, but I'm tired of this.
No, I actually have a follow-up question, but I want to hear what David has to say.
Mike said it all.
I like the passion there, sir.
I get so pissed, man. It's such a joke.
You can't use your fan loyalty points to keep them in Chicago?
Yeah, right. But I've been to every game since the 60s. F you. They'll hit you with the moving truck on the way.
So, in the end, will they become the Indiana Bears? Or in the end, will some last-second deal happen? If you have to call it right now.
Are you asking about a name change?
No. I'm just saying, will they end up in Chicago in some last-second?
They're going to Hammond because Chicago won't even be able to vote on, and this is wrong, giving the team basically tax-free status on the land until November. They're gone.
Okay. Speaking of money, a couple of guys got some deals, and one guy is looking for a deal. Green Bay wide receiver Christian Watson, 4-year, $110 million deal.
He's got the best agent in the sport.
$31 million guaranteed.
He's got the best agent in the sport. Because I don't know how he hoodwinked the Packers into that money. Christian Watson is an idea. He's a 6'4", 225-pound track athlete, wide catch radius, deep threat guy. That's the idea. The reality, he's hamstrings or paper mache. He's never healthy, and you just got $110 million. Best agent in the game.
Over under that he plays
under
9.5 games
under
this year?
Under.
Yeah, he's never had over 41 receptions in a season and over 66 targets in a season. So you're right, Mike. Good for his agent. You did a great job. He does not deserve that contract.
But wait, there's more. Because, Drake London said, watch this. 4 years, $141 million.
That one I don't have as big of a problem with because I blame quarterback play for some of his issues. Drake London is immensely talented. Look, I hate saying this because it's I know it's in your wheelhouse. I think if you're a bad football team like Atlanta and you don't have quarterback play and you're probably headed nowhere, I don't see the wisdom. When you're Green Bay, I think a lot of it depends on your quarterback's relationship with the player. And again, if he could stay healthy, does it take the Packers offense to a different place? London's a damn good player in a damn bad situation. Why don't we just trade the two? Can I get London on the Packers with consistent quarterback play? That would work.
You're exactly right, because on the other side, he's never had less than 68 receptions or less than 110. Just under 1,000 for 3 other years other than the 1,200. But you're right. Quarterback play has been so bad, and he still had those numbers.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm okay with it. But if you don't have a quarterback, you don't have a chance, and that's the problem.
Let's stick with the wide receiver real quick. What in the world is going on with Brandon Aiyuk? He's now had a warrant out for his arrest for that little shenanigans that he did driving 100 miles an hour, and he videotaped himself driving 100 miles an hour past where the Niners play. There's an arrest warrant out for him. I guess my question is, Mike, at what point does a team step up and say, this is a guy that we could add to our roster?
Whoa. David. He's asking me? No.
Yes, that's how this works.
Nope. Wrong. Rico, what's going on with Brandon Aiyuk? How much is a team supposed to put up with before they move on?
I have no idea. He pretty much, the Niners washed their hands of him a long time ago, and they came out, don't expect to ever see him back in this building. We found a loophole in the contract. This idiot was too dumb to read it, so we could void it after June 1st. I figured through all the June 1st stuff, okay, he would be one of those names. Nobody's calling. They don't want to make a trade. They're basically just waiting for them to drag him out to the curb and say, okay, we'll turn him into a free agent. They're waiting for the Niners to just flat out.
So like home renovations and somebody puts an old stove out front.
Yes.
You're waiting for someone to come by in a Jets pickup truck and take Brandon Aiyuk away. Got it.
So is this before the season? No, I'm saying, do you see this before the season, mid-season, or does nobody just let him go and just say, no?
Before the season.
Okay.
I don't know. Dude, he's the same. Wasn't he the guy with the melted ice cream cone?
I think so.
I mean, what?
That was a substitute.
Does he need some help?
I think he does.
Okay.
He's gone to full wide receiver. I hate to say, but yeah, all those other wide receivers, they just kind of lose it, and you're like, well, that's all right.
That's what's sad about it. And I haven't done the full research, but I've been looking on YouTube for his highlights, looking for a Antonio Brown moment with Burfict, like to see if he got hit so hard that maybe it changed him.
No, and I mean, look, we're not doing San Francisco radio, but yeah, they paid him the money. Like, he held out, and they said, okay, we'll give you one of those contracts that you just heard me talk about the other guys. And 1 year into it, he was like, not good enough. Okay, I don't know what you want. You just fleeced us for money, and now you want more, and you're not doing anything, and you were hurt. All right. Baker Mayfield, quarterback for the Buccaneers, says, I want a better deal. I want a long-term deal before the start of camp. He's basically been playing off of some poverty-like deals. He's
been on the Darnold deal.
Yeah, $4 million, and then he signed an extension for 3 years, like $100 million.
He wants to be paid like a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah, he's the 16th best paid quarterback.
And he wants to be in the top 10,
yeah.
Maybe the top 8. Look, it's risky. It is risky. Let's be real. I love Baker. I'll always, I love him. I'd be happy to have him as my quarterback. But he's had some uneven play as the season kind of winds down. I think you got to pay him because there's no outs. And once you pay him, more guys sign. The deal ends up looking better and better as time goes on. I think you got to pay him. I just don't think you can get into that $50 million range. I don't think that's wise. But could you find a middle ground between where he's at and that? I'd like to think so. Maybe add 4 at 160 or 170 to his deal. And
if he holds out, then it's gonna tank the Bucs.
Well, Todd Bowles coaching will tank the Bucs. He's awful.
Speaking of quarterbacks, I would like for you two to take a quick listen to this soundbite and tell me what stands out. This is from. That's the Minnesota Vikings head coach talking about J.J. McCarthy. That's
no.
Kevin O'Connell.
He said former. Uh-oh. Run that back one more time. Hold on. When he was talking about did he strip him of his captaincy Freudian slip style? David, go ahead. Ooh. Whoop. Uh-oh.
Big deal? No big deal?
No, it's a big deal. It's a big deal because they've done everything except say the quiet part out loud. Kyler's our starter, Kyler's our captain, and JJ, you're a certified weirdo. We've had enough.
He just said the quiet part out loud by saying former and then basically saying and then the pause was more about the former and I think more about he's different. It's what he was really saying with the pause.
What do we think about Caleb Williams on the Madden cover? There's a Madden jinx.
The jinx of Peyton Hillis.
But I think pretty much ever since like the last 10 years or so.
Oh, it's not a jinx anymore?
Not really a jinx.
Okay. Well, according to Jim Costa, he's going to be the worst quarterback in football. So
Peyton Hillis
got the Madden cover after having this wild,
26 touchdowns.
Yeah, fullback renaissance, and he didn't score 2 touchdowns the rest of his life. Look, I always ask people is put the shoe on the other foot. If the guy played in this town and you drafted him number 1 overall and he took a major step forward in year 2 because he got real coaching, you'd be ready to say, hey, this guy's going to have an explosive year 3. Oh, but because he plays for the Bears, he's a POS and he'll be unemployed. I don't know what to tell you. The pedigree's there, the athleticism's there, the ability to make the off-platform, out-of-pocket throws, and Ben Johnson, year 2 offensive install, there should be a lot more there. And they have 2 burgeoning superstars, Luther Burden and Colson Loveland.
Yeah.
And your man at Dunze is whatever to me. But they've got pieces there. I think you have a big year. I don't think the Madden cover plays anymore. And I'm buying that because you told me the last 10 years nobody's been dying no more.
Right.
There was a streak they were on that if you basically were on the Madden cover, you were like a person who turned against the Kremlin in Russia.
No, because you've had...
how'd he die? He shot himself in the head 7 times.
You've had Josh Allen, you've had Lamar, you've had Tom Brady, you've had Patrick Mahomes, you've had a lot of guys on the cover, and nothing happened to them. So,
dude, there was a run there.
There was
Madden cover, Achilles.
Michael Vick, done.
Dogs.
Vince Young, gone.
Well, Calvin
crying
broke
at the
record.
nightclub.
Yeah, Calvin broke the record the year he was on Madden. I mean, they had a horrible year, but he broke the record.
I mean, besides going 0-16,
Okay.
All right, time for how many more?
1.
David? Okay, let me make this good then. Because I got 2 good ones.
And do 2. Who cares? David doesn't care.
All right, what do we think about the Lions hiring Chris Greer from the Miami Dolphins?
Don't care. I don't know. What's his position? Buffet attendant?
I forgot what they gave him, but...
He ain't going to be Brad's boss. I don't care.
No, he's going to be under Brad.
Whatever.
Okay.
It's the coaching rehab thing. It's your old Saban bit. He'll come here to, spend some time on Rotunda, get his resume updated. It ain't like he's going to be making decisions. I don't care.
And a last one, and if this happens, I think there's a new privileged team. There's talk that Aaron Donald
out of retirement.
Leave retirement, and join the Rams now that they've acquired
Myles Garrett.
Myles Garrett, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see it because I think it's really difficult to be away from the game for a couple of years and then get into football shape and do it again. But Donald did retire young. He is a workout freakazoid. He's one of the most skilled interior D linemen I've ever seen as far as his hands and quickness. Look, even if he's 80% of what Aaron Donald used to be and you play him on a snap count, that could be huge. So that's where I'm sorry, I can't downplay it.
No, I was just like, wow, are you kidding me? I thought it was a joke. And then he put it out there like, I've been thinking about it, which normally means make the money right. And I'll be there. I'm not coming to training camp. And I'll see you guys in October. I'll be on the Micah Parsons plan. I'll join you in the middle of the season. I'll be your midseason trade. That's your NFL Blitz, 97.1.